Hello, this is Don Norris. I thought I'd take a moment to introduce myself. I'm a silversmith, and I've been silversmithing for about 50 years, and I've been a silversmithing teacher for about 49 years. I am now living in Tucson, Arizona. I still have a studio and classroom here in Tucson, and I do teach from time to time. So if you're interested in class, you should get a hold of me. You can email me at dnorris@frii.com. That's dnorris@fri.com. You can visit my website, learnsilver.com, and you can find my some of my items on Etsy. On my Etsy store is RockWrapsandStones. That's Rock Wraps with a W and Stones. Rock wraps are a finding I copyrighted years ago. It's 2 round circles, and you'll wrap any stone and make it into a pendant in about 30 to 60 seconds, whether it's a crystal or crystal cluster or cabochon, tumbled stones. You can even wrap a plain round marble into a pendant in 30 to 60 seconds. I'd like to tell you a little bit about how I got started. I was a rock hound, and in 1966 I was hunting selenite crystals in Oklahoma on the salt flats near Pitcher, Oklahoma, and I wrote an article for Lapidary Journal in 1966. So that's me right there. I still look almost as thin and handsome. That's a joke. But I used to go there once or twice a year and dig selenite crystals, which are hour-long little selenite crystals. Some of them could get up to 6 to 8 inches long. And I happened that year to work all day on one cluster. It was pronounced by the Park Service as the largest cluster ever removed from the salt flats. I sold it to Harvard University, who immediately lost it. But this is what it looked like. I don't know if you can see the picture really well, but it's a salt flats. You go down in there and you dig the crystals by digging a hole and then splashing the water onto the crystals and getting rid of the sand. So I almost went to jail that day because I was digging it. I was getting close to being finished, and a guy came up and stuck his shovel in my hole and started to pry it out and said, "I think you can pry it out now." So I took his shovel and chased him around the salt flats for 10 or 20 minutes, and then he left, and the police came back with him, and they asked me what happened. I said, "Well, he stuck his shovel in my hole when I was trying to dig this big crystal, and so I took the shovel away from him and chased him for a few minutes." He said, "Did you threaten to kill him?" I said, "Well, I might have said something, but it was just a joke." And so they turned around to him and arrested him and escorted him off to salt flats and told him never come back again. Then they came back to look at the crystals some more. Anyway, that's Lapidary Journal, 1966. Since then, I've also written 2 books, Beginning Silversmithing, The Complete Guide to Silversmithing. I still have a few copies of this in printed form, but you can also download it on my Etsy store, RockWrapsandStones, or my website, learnsilver.com. My newest and I think my best book is called Silversmyths, with Smiths being spelled with a Y. So it's really Silver Myths, the 50 Myths of Silversmithing. It'll go through all the 50 things that people teach or do, and videos that you'll see that has 50 different myths that you should not be doing. So, including not using anything but hard silver solder. That's one thing you should do. It's a myth that you need all 3 solder grades, hard, medium, and easy. You can throw away the medium and easy. Anyway, it's all on there. You can download it on my Etsy store, RockWrapsandStones. and you can get it on my website. So I'd like to introduce you to my new thumb drive. I call it Don's Legacy All-Inclusive Silversmithing Books and Videos on a 32 gig thumb drive. It's not fancy, but it contains 97 instructional videos on silversmithing and jewelry making, and 7 books: Beginning Silversmithing, Advanced Silversmithing, Lapidary on a Budget, Lost Wax Casting, a book called How to Sell Your Jewelry, and other crafts. It's never going to get finished, but what I have is on there, and what I have will teach you how to sell your jewelry and start a jewelry business in sterling silver. Then there's bean and pine needle casting. So 7 really good books. You can find it on here in the 97 videos. Again, you can find them on my website, learnsilver.com. You can email me at dnorris@frii.com, or you can go to Etsy and find my store, RockWrapsandStones. Thank you, and I will start a video now that you might want to watch on YouTube. Hello, thank you for deciding to watch a video here on YouTube. These are videos that I make that are the 50 Myths of Silversmithing. They're all in my silversmithing book called Silversmyths, spelled with a Y, the 50 Myths of Silversmithing. And you can actually download that on my store called RockWrapsandStones. So you can find that there and download it. You can also find my first book, Beginning Silversmithing, which is a complete guide to silversmithing. It's not really a beginning silversmithing book, but it's mine. But you can also, on RockWrapsandStones and my website, learnsilver.com, find my 32 gig thumb drive. It's called Don's Legacy All-Inclusive Silversmithing Thumb Drive, complete with 97 videos and 7 books. So sit back and enjoy my video. Thank you.